Well, welcome. Another episode of Bailey Basnight Market Bites. I'm Woody Martin. This is Jim Bailey. Our other team leader, Carol, cannot be with us today, but I think you're really going to find today's Market Bite very informative and very helpful for buyers and for sellers, and for those who are just real estate enthusiasts.
Right. Well, I just got back from a great conference. We had a Coldwell Banker every year has a terrific conference, and I was there all day yesterday. We had some magnificent speakers, including people from the National Association of Realtors, economists, a lot of people with data and information on the market. I want to share a little bit. I don't want to get too carried away here because I can get enthusiastic about it. But one of the things that was a big takeaway for me was last year was the worst year in terms of numbers in existing home sales in over 30 years. We certainly didn't see it in our market, which is kind of interesting. But that's a national statistic. I guess, once again, all real estate is local, but we didn't have that. But at the same time, nationwide, new home sales were about flat. And one of the things they talked about is why was that? Why did that happen? And the information that was shared with us showed that it was because new home sales, there's some inventory coming in because builders are building and builder confidence is up. But existing home sales, the lack of inventory, the low inventory has been an ongoing problem. So the information we got too was that turned around in October. And that's when the interest rate started down. And so that changed. And the interest rate started down from about 8%. And the information we were told yesterday is that a flat interest rate with no points, just with a good credit rating, is about 6.5% now, and it was close to 8 back here a few months ago.
That's a big difference.
So it's a big difference. So the pent-up demand is probably going to be there. There's still fairly tight inventory. Their information for us would tell us that we do not expect to see any reduction in prices. That price is going to stay strong. Certainly not as strong as they were 2 years ago, but strong. So, so anyway, that was pretty interesting stuff. And we have all the data to show why and what. I mean, that was interesting to us. I love numbers. Carol Basnight, our other half, she's a numbers girl, boy. She was all over those. So that's interesting. We've got some new listings and stuff. Woody, tell us about that.
Yeah, so our team has had several new listings actually over the last few weeks, including one on Old Causeway, 306 Old Causeway in Atlantic Beach. And we're hosting an open house there this Saturday from 10 to 12. So please go on out and check out that marvelous property. It's terrific. We're right on the canal, direct water access for those who are looking for that. So come on out to the open house. And, just to follow up with what Jim was saying about, rates coming down and whatnot, I think what that's kind of doing, what I'm seeing too, is we're starting to see more buyers come off the sidelines. There's a lot of people on the sidelines over the last year because they said, the interest rates scare me. Not sure if I want to jump back in with rates so high. And the beautiful thing is as rates come down, our preferred lender that we work with will offer free refinancing, no cost if you do that within 3 years. So if somebody says, well, I think they're still going to come down even further, that's okay. Because if they do come down even further, you'll be able to refinance at no cost and get it at a better rate. So again, those folks who have been sitting on the sidelines waiting, it's time to jump back in because the rates are favorable. And as we're starting to slowly see more inventory come in Carteret County here too. There's more things for people to look at.
Yeah, I mean, and I echo that. I mean, I think the rate is probably going to improve a little bit more, but it isn't going to improve enough more to offset probably what's going to happen to the increase in the cost of the house.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's probably a pretty good time to look at it if
Mhm.
you find the house you want.
Yeah.
And that's our job, is to
That's
help
where
you
we
find
come
that.
in.
And
That's
that's where
right.
we come in.
Yeah.
So we try to stay up with the market, try to stay informed with what's going on.
Hmm.
And our job is to help you with that.
Yeah. We'd like to be able to do that. So, as always, give us a holler. We're here for that.
Thank you.